A troubled teen who ended up before the courts and eventually in a treatment center in Bayfield, Ontario, is back in Nova Scotia right now. An organization called Restoring Dignity has spearheaded a campaign to have the 15-year-old boy return to Nova Scotia for different treatment. The youth, who apparently suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome, can't be named, nor can members of his family, particularly his grandparents, who have been his guardians. The Community Services Department says the youth was sent to Ontario for specialized treatment that is not available in Nova Scotia. But those connected with Restoring Dignity believe this boy should not be in any institution.
The child cannot be returned to his grandparents right now. There has to be a transitional period. The program we have, what we plan to do, and Dr. Amos will talk about that in a second, is we want to reassess the boy, we want to bring him into the program and work towards that transition.
The research indicates clearly that institutionalized residential care does not work, that it is far inferior to community-based fostering approaches and community-based, family-based approaches.
Those views were presented to a Nova Scotia Family Court judge without success. There will be another Family Court hearing in Truro on Monday with the boy in attendance. CTV's Rick Radd is covering the story. He's here in the News Centre with more for us tonight. Rick?
Steve, Restoring Dignity filed complaints with the Ontario Provincial Police claiming the 15-year-old boy was physically abused while at the Bayfield, Ontario Treatment Centre. The OPP investigated and brought no charges. Longfy is now challenging the investigation. The youth is now in a secure Truro, Nova Scotia facility. About 24 Nova Scotia youths with complex psychological problems are treated outside of Nova Scotia at a cost to the Community Services Department of just over $110,000 a year per person. Longfy claims that that cost is much higher. The Nova Scotia government plans to spend about $6 million expanding Truro's Wood Street facility where the boy is now, open it by next fall, and hire 50 new people to run it and treat patients. We were told annual treatment costs per person would be about the same as sending them out of the province. New Brunswick also sends youths with complex problems out of their province for treatment, but plans to build a treatment center, and it plans to build a treatment center similar to Nova Scotia. The 24 children that Nova Scotia does send out of the province for treatment is about 1.3% of the children in the care of community services. Steve?
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
CTV's Rick Radd in the newsroom tonight.